Seconds. Welcome on to Gers TV. It's myself, Sir Leslie.
And Goldie.
Bond.
Mr. Bond, yeah. Well,
it's been a hard day tonight, but
we're
going to do a wee aftermatch on the game.
Yeah.
Probably different opinions on this, but we'll get a chat on it.
Yeah, we've always said...
With an honest assessment.
We've always said win, lose or draw, so no matter what it is, we follow on. So, obviously heartbroken and gutted tonight, but obviously a lot of talking points, so we'll get right to it. So first of all, I think we are going to come on to the referee very shortly, because that's going to be on everyone's lips, etc. But first of all, what do you think of the lineup tonight?
Well, again, I've been critical of the manager for a few months now, running about the March period, and I've spoken about things in private, in the group chat and things like that, and I'm still not convinced with the manager. I think his tactics seem to be that he plays his weaker team to start a game, and with a plan that he's going to finish with his better players, because they're not fit enough or they're not good enough. And if that's the case, I would be doing it the opposite way around and try to win a game and then bringing on your weaker players if you need to. But that's my assessment on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's we've still got a fitness problem at the club. Obviously, the manager has spoken in the last kind of 15 minutes regarding, I think there's been videos circulating tonight of Danilo going onto the bench and limping on. Apparently the manager confirms he is okay and fit. But
he's just got a funny walk up.
It doesn't make
sense to me.
I've never seen him do the Monty Python walk before myself, but I think we've got. I think at this moment in time we seem to have a fitness problem at the club. We've got Czerny's come in not fit. Danilo's not fit. Lawrence is playing the games, but he looks a bit off the cutting edge to me as well. So we've got and Ridvan's been injured again. So for me, through the spine of our club right now, we've still got a bit of an injury problem.
So that's a concern first of all, because the manager came in 9 months ago and told us we know what the problem is, we know how to fix it. And once he has his pre-season, basically blaming Michael Beale's pre-season, which is fair enough. The players don't look any fitter now than the day 9 months under.
Yeah, one of the first things he did notice at the club was we had too many injuries, and we have, in all honesty, we have revamped the medical team and revamped the setup at Ibrox at the moment. It's too early to tell completely what's happened, but the signs at this moment in time are not great at all. Definitely. But moving on, because we've got a lot to talk about in the second half. So. First half, I thought we came out and I thought we were pretty confident. I thought we passed the ball around well. Didn't create a lot in the first 15-20 minutes, but we did. Maybe you mentioned Gers had a half chance in the first 5 minutes or so. Do you want to talk us about that?
Well, I thought the first 10 minutes Rangers' attitude and their approach was right. It was a high press. It was a fast press, and they kind of went for it. But there's no finishing article with Rangers at all. McCausland had a great chance, but Gers had a fantastic opportunity to shoot, to make it 1-0 in the first 10 minutes and didn't even shoot. That's the problem we've got to now, is we're not even an elite team. There's no threat, there's no danger.
There's threat in the build-up, and we spoke about it after the game last week against Knib, and we spoke about it the second half against Motherwell on Saturday.
Yep.
There's threat in the... So when we make the transition from the defence to midfield, there's a threat. You can see the space open up. You can see the opportunity for the pass. You can see the opportunity for the ball over the top. Or you can see the opportunity for the runners to get in and cross the ball. Half the time at least, we haven't got that killer ball. And again tonight, we had players that were scared to take a shot. There must have been 2 or 3 opportunities for players to shoot tonight. Yeah. And they were preoccupied with setting up for somebody else. Which
there's 2 problems. But you see there's players at every part of the team that don't want to take responsibility. There's no captain out there. James Tavernier's finished with Rangers as far as I'm concerned. Maybe a bit player as a substitute or something, but he's no captain material anymore, and he looks like the head's dropped completely.
I'll counter that a little bit by saying that I thought right, so I was actually thinking, I knew we were going to come on tonight, so I was thinking throughout the game, highlights and what things to mention, etc. And the one thought that kept going through my head was, tonight I need to speak about Tav, and it's going to get to the stage where you're saying to yourself, it's a cliche, but this is what happened. But the reason why it is a cliche, because it's happening every single game, and we need to talk about it. So that's why it's become a bit of a cliche. And Tavernier again, he was threatening going forward, but my seat was right in the byline tonight, and he's not a defender.
No, anymore.
right?
He's
And
defending.
he was getting dragged. And I love Tav. I think he's been a great servant in the club, and he's scored over 100 goals. And he's I would say he's one of our best ever forward-going players. But
he can't see any cross ball in now. He can't stop it.
Yeah,
he can't see me.
Yeah.
I mean, the first half, if we're being honest, right, I don't think any of the two teams were too great, and I don't think there was many chances at goal really.
I think Rangers.
For both teams.
I think Rangers seemed to be they weren't in control of the game. It was. I would say if you mark it out of 10, you know, Rangers had about 5.5%, 5.5.
A wee bit more than
5.5. It wasn't 50-50. Rangers seemed in control for parts of the first half, but when Kiev broke, they looked dangerous.
Yeah.
And what I will say before we go on to the second half, because we want to spend a lot of time talking about that and some of the decisions, was every time in the first half they set the marker for the referee, because every time Kiev broke, they weren't looking to play forward, they were looking for a foul.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's what set the tempo, that's what set the marker. And we were a bit naive. There was a few fouls in the first half with Kiev breaking forward, and their main intent in the first half was to get our players yellow carded, and we were a little bit naive in that, and it worked. But so half time at 0-0 at half time,
it's still open for the two teams at that point.
I'm still confident. I'm still thinking to ourselves, right, if we bring on Czerny, I was going to say bring on, no matter known now, I was stupid to think bring on Danilo, right? But that said, we were still confident. We came out the second half, and I thought the first 5 minutes of the second half we looked good, but then a travesty for a second yellow card. And so you can take the lead here.
Yeah, there's two things about that. I think it's not just the referee. I thought the linesman as well. I thought they had a terrible performance, but in no way would I use that as the full reason we lost the game. Right? The penalty is a classic example of taking the bait. Was it the penalty, the sending off was a classic example of taking the bait, and the reason for that is, it's half-arsed, and was it a foul? I don't know, but he's reacted to it so quickly in the second half, and their player had been doing as if he'd been hit by
I need to say this, I've watched it back a couple of times, and to be fair, you can say Jeff takes the bait, right, but he just jumps for the ball, like he goes for a header.
Which is, I've only seen it once, so I haven't seen it again, to be fair.
So he just goes for a header, and you know, even if you watch it back, even in slow motion, there's no foul there. So
I personally thought, if anything, it's one of the ones where the two players probably fouled each other. There was no intent.
I actually don't. I cannot. Now, if people are watching it out there,
we should have watched it before we started.
I've watched it a couple of times, and there's no foul there. He literally just jumps for the ball. If me and Si were back in our football days, we could probably demonstrate to you. We won't try that. But
end up like.
He beat me to it. So absolutely scandalous decision, and it was.
And that changes the game. To be fair,
it was just the climax, if you like, of maybe 5 or 6 bad decisions.
100% with that. There was a couple of things, a few offside decisions I thought in the game that were really strange. They were consistently, I don't know if you noticed this, consistently throw-ins were full throws.
There was one in the second half which was absolutely awful. It was absolutely awful.
And it led to the sending off. The sending off. Rangers have not got enough strength mentally to win a game. The big games with 11 men. See, when we went down to 10 men, I think we knew the writing was on the wall.
Yeah. I mean, I would say, the fans perked up, and I'd like to say well done to all the Rangers fans, because for the next 15-20 minutes of the atmosphere. I thought Rangers actually reacted quite well at the second half, the red card in the second half myself personally. I thought, again, we had a few attacks, we had a few half chances or opportunities to cross the ball, opportunities to shoot, didn't take them, and then Kiev got the park, and they start, you've seen the direction of travel after we had a bit of pressure for 5 or 10 minutes. Then we started to get hit in the break, and you can see Kiev's tactics were just down each channel, left and right.
Which, if anybody's watched Rangers in the last 6 months, would know that's
the last 3 years, to be perfectly honest.
That's the way it is.
And there was a couple of chances where Kiev broke down, I think, in the left-hand side, and obviously Jeffrey's off, but on the left-hand side, and they cut the ball back. There was nobody there, and the manager was going mad because that was their game plan. Yeah. So there was a couple of opportunities like that in the second half for Kiev, and then.
So then the big point of the game after that is the injury, because it was just as Rudvan gets injured, we've got a great chance of scoring. Three chances now in one move.
Yeah. So we've got a few. Yeah, there's a kind of half shouts for penalties. Looking back, I don't think there were penalties.
I've not seen them again, but I don't think especially with the rules changing again, I don't think they're penalties.
So again, it was just these kind of half chances opportunities where the ball doesn't break. But again, we've got no one really. We've not got players that are just I don't know how to even phrase it. They're just not aggressive enough going to take that shot.
They're no leaders. There's no belief in any of the positions in the team.
Keith scored, so there was a good defence. Actually, Suter had the tractors. I don't think Suter had a great game, but in the second half he stepped up a couple of good blocks. But it was one of Suter's blocks broke out to the wing. The guy cut inside. You can see it. You've seen it.
You can argue it's a good move and a good finish.
It was a good finish, but you can see it. You knew what he was going to do. You knew he was going to cut inside. It was
too easy.
And then top corner. Butland, no chance. To be perfectly fair to Jack Butland, I mean, it's a good finish, but it was just a sucker punch, to be perfectly honest. And
I feel as if the heads went down after that.
Yeah, and then not long after, Keith obviously make it 2, and then for all intents and purposes, let's be realistic, that's the game. But I think the first goal, it was
some people might not even notice this, but it should have actually finished 3-0. Butland done his best to balls it up big time, hitting the ball off. I think Gers, if I remember, booted the ball off one of the players. At this point, your hands in your head.
Yeah,
you can't watch, and then they missed a sitter to make it 3-0. So where did it go right? Where did we improve?
I think that the fact of the matter is that in the Champions League qualifier, our front three tonight were Jeff Day, McCausland and Dessers, right? That was our front three tonight. I'm sorry, that's not good enough.
Nowhere near it.
Right? Yeah. If Dessers is in top form and McCausland's in top form, then they're decent players, but Rangers are the only club in the world right now, in world football, that can start a game with 2 left backs and finish with none. And it's I'm not even being funny,
it's a major worry for me, the fitness levels, and it's also two things that I'm really worrying about when it comes to the management. First of all, for 9 months the manager's been here. To get his biggest priority for me was getting the defence sorted. I would say our defence are now worse than they were 9 months ago. Well, he says he's also had 9 months to get the set pieces fixed, and every corner we took was a shambles.
Well, we wait until the Champions League qualifiers before we buy we sell a defender and buy a replacement after close season. The time to do your business for these sorts of positions is because a striker can come in and probably start a game straight away, and he's a striker. He knows where the goals are.
Yeah, I'm just checking messages out while you're saying this.
But a central defender needs time to work in their partnerships, and to bring a player in, a central defender, on the eve of Champions League qualifier, on the eve of the season starting, it's poor strategy, it's poor strategic planning, and that for me that says the priority right now at Rangers is getting out these players rather than success. And
also, I would say that Ridvan's probably been one of our better defenders, but I don't know anything about the injury again because I haven't looked in back yet. But he get carried off.
I mean, if it's anything like the way it looked in Ridvan's reaction, I'll be out for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
So that weakens the defence again.
Yeah. I mean, the positive I was speaking about before I came on here. For me, a positive tonight was that Barron and Diomande looked like they formed a decent partnership. They always found each other.
See if we could get somebody playing in amongst them who isn't, for an example, Lawrence is finished with Rangers. He's got a good shot. It's nothing else. But dare I say it, somebody like Cantwell last season.
Dare I say it, somebody like
Hadji, somebody that can play in between the two boys.
Aye, you're absolutely right.
Because they're young boys as well. Remember,
we're at this moment in time, we are missing that creative spark between the middle of the park and centre forward. We are missing a link-up player. Aye, we're missing a number 10. Lawrence isn't a bad player. By any stretch of the imagination, he's got a good pass, a good shot. Can he compete in 90 minutes at the highest level with his energy levels and fitness levels? Probably not. But this game today, first half especially, we were crying out for somebody to link the midfield and the attack. And at this moment in time, we don't have a player like
a game
changer like Cantwell or Hadji, who've got those critics. I'll say this right now, I'm not Cantwell's biggest fan. I've never not been his biggest fan. However, what I will say is that we are missing something like that tonight.
That type of player.
Yeah,
and
that's what I'll say.
I think that's one of the places we lost the game is the midfield. But if I'm being honest, I didn't think they were a great team, and I didn't think we just played very well.
I think they're a better team than they played. I think they beat Partizan, but we forget that they beat Belgrade 9-2 on aggregate, and they're no mugs either, Partizan and Belgrade. And what I would say is that we were unlucky not to win away from home, and if the referee's a decent referee, then we've got a good chance of going through tonight. So I don't think that we're obviously gutted and we're despondent, but I just think we're missing. I just think we're missing that cutting edge up front between midfield and attack.
There's no point talking about who we should be buying up front because we do it every week.
And we've got that cutting edge. And the problem is right now we've got nobody that can come on and replace Dessers. Dessers, I thought, worked hard. His energy levels are great, and he tries hard. He's a workhorse.
Well, see when Jeffrey comes off the park and we go down to 10 men, it's almost impossible for Dessers at this point because he's all over the place trying to win balls for himself.
Aye, he was on a losing battle after that red card, and positives tonight was that for the first half I thought we were not in control, but almost in control. I'm trying to think of what to describe it, but we were reasonably comfortable in the first half, I thought. Second half, the red card kills the momentum, kills the game, as far as I'm concerned, and we didn't have the strength and depth to bring players on to change the game, and we lacked a bit of cutting edge.
I think we need to, my own opinion on this, I don't want to be doom and gloom, but I think we need to look at our own house. The referee had a shocker tonight, but it wasn't his fault that we lost the game, in my opinion. We didn't look as if we were going to score at any point in the match, and I think for us to progress as a club, we need to look at for one, the management seem to have one style of football, and it doesn't work. And we need to get the fitness levels up now. We need to get these problems fixed, and that all points to our own faults. I don't believe in feeling sorry for yourself. We need to get our house in order quick. Yeah,
we certainly need that. If we're not playing Cantwell, we're not playing Hanji. We need to get them out of the club. They're earning 22 grand, not 30 grand. Cantwell probably on 25, 30 grand.
Well, the story is that if Hanji plays one more game, he gets 30 grand.
The problem is that's 50 grand a week for players that are in the B team.
It's a lot of money. But also, just coming back to something for a minute, because I know it's been spoken about in the press conference, but if the Rangers media team set that video out tonight, they must know that people are going to pick up on a player like them. They must know that. I mean, what is going on behind the scenes with the club now?
Yeah, I think that's probably an argument. I think we'll probably call that in depth on the midweek show, or sorry, the midweek show.
There's so many wee things at the club now, you say.
It's disjointed. There doesn't seem to be a synergy between the board and the team. There's not a synergy right now between the fans and the board, I think, at the moment.
The fans are doing their bit. I mean, that's one thing. The fans. Hamden's know exactly the most exciting. It
doesn't create a great atmosphere. So very, very disjointed tonight. The referee had a howler, but we can't. We're not.
All the officials, I thought the linesmen never helped them.
Disappointing.
The third referees, or what you want to call them, assistants.
We understand why it's difficult for players and managers to come out after the defeat like this tonight and speak, because the passions are high and the disappointment is raw. But one was a draw. We follow the Rangers.
Aye, I mean, we just have to carry on, but a disappointing night for the club, because we really need to be getting progress in European football. Yeah, so Europa League then, group stages for us, and the Gers TV will see you Saturday. Well, I think we'll need to change the party. I think we'll need to go on the heavy stuff, because I can't watch Rangers. Bring back whiskey of the week, whiskey of the month. Right. Everyone, disappointing night tonight. For everyone that watched the games, both the Rangers, thanks very much. I'm sure it's appreciated. And always remember, win, lose or draw, we are people. And thanks for the support to everybody that watches us.